Hey and welcome to this new course of Git and GitHub. In this tutorial we will learn the basic and master GitHub at the end. So let's start by installing it in our computer and in our machine. First we go to this website git-scm.com. We will click on this button, download for Windows, because for me I have Windows as an operation system. After the installation of Git, it's like the normal installation, next, and then finish. We will open our Git in the computer and it will look just like this. After that, we will do some configuration. It's not necessary, but it's good to do. First of all, we click git config -- global, because we want to make it global, and that we start by writing and putting our name. It's like that, and we put it just in those brackets. After we create our name, we will click in enter. After that, we will go and create same command line. We will do our email and we will put our email. It's the same. We will put it in those brackets and we will create our email. For me, my email is that.com. Yeah, and to make sure that those commands are correctly, we will do git config, and after that username or use an email, and it should show us the same name or the same email that we put and we enter right before. So as I said, those config are not necessary but are good to do. So let's go to the next. Hey again, and in this video I will show you how to initialize a directory, and I will show it to you in two ways. So first of all, for me, I have created a directory I name it tuto, and I will open it with git. Just I will get git bash here, and it will open git bash in the same position or in the same path as my tuto. So first of all, if I want to create a directory and initialize it with git, I will need it will be in two ways. First of all, if I have the directory is already exists or not. For me, I don't have any directory, so let's create one. It's just like the Linux command line mkdir, and we will for example, let's name demo, and it's created. Now let's go to this website, to this directory, demo, and for initialize it with git, we will execute the command git init, and just like that we see the master in here. That means that it's initialized with git. I will explain to you master when we will arrive to the branch. Yeah, and that's the first way. If we don't have if we have already the directory created for us, but what if we want to create a directory and directly initialize it in git? So to do that, first of all, let me just close this demo, and after that remove it with rmf and dot demo. Okay, so let's just create a new one. We will git init, and after that we will put the name of the new directory. For example, let's name it demo2. Okay, and it's created. And to know that it's initialized with git, we will go to it, set it demo2, and we see that we have the master. That means that it's directly, or it's initialized with GitHub. I think that's all for this video, and let's go to the other one. Hey, and welcome to this new video. We will be doing our first commit. So you remember our new repository that we created with linked with GitHub. So let's just open the page here. Now we will create just a readme file inside the demo repository. So we will go to the demo repository, and as we see, it's master. That means it's linked with GitHub repository. It's initialized. So let's create a file with command line touch, and after that the name of the file, it's readme.amd. Yeah, it's created. And to open it in some code editor, for me I choose VS Code. So and to open it with VS Code, we just short command code space and after that dot, and it will be opened in VS Code. We hit enter, and as we see, it's opened in VS Code. So let's just make it simple. Let's just create a hello world. We save it, and now we see the status of this repository. So git status, and as we see, it tells us that we are on branch master, and there is a file that it's updated or modified. Its name, it's a readme file, and it's not, and we are not committed anything yet. So now we are in the working area, so we need to go to the staging area, and to do that we will write command git add, and after that name of the file. In this case, it's a readme file. Now we are in the staging area. Let's again check the status. Yeah, now we see that the color here, it's green, it's not red as before. So now we are in the staging area, and now we need to commit or to validate our work, so that can we be in the on the local repository. And to do that, we need to do it by the command git comment. We can just make it that way and hit enter, or we can add some comment. And to do that, we will add -m, and we will, for example, our first commit. Yeah, and to make it just like that, and after that we hit enter. And now we see that we are committed. So now if we check the status, now we working truly clean. That's me, and there are nothing to commit. And now in this area, local repository, and with this message here, nothing to commit and work truly clean, now we can push our code to the remote repository of GitHub. This is all for this video, and see you in the next video. Now let's suppose and imagine that this demo or repository, or this demo is not like the repository that we need to initialize it with Git, and we made some big mistakes, and instead of initialize another project, another repository, we initialize this one. So how to undo that? First of all, let's see what this project has. I think it's just a readme file which we just created, and let's see the order and ls of this group. So we make ls-el. Yeah, and we see that there is a hidden repository who called Git. This repository, or this hidden repository, are the main reason why this project is connected or is initialized with Git. So if we delete this repository, our repository it will be just like a normal repository as any other repository, and it will not be initialized with it. And to delete it, we need to write command rm -rf and .git. And now we see that after we execute this command, the master disappear in here. That means that these projects are no more, or this repository is no more initialized with Git. So now we can't execute any Git command. Let's give it a try with Git status. And as this message clear, he tells us that there is no Git repository. And to do that, to remake it a Git repository and make the master, we add the Git init. And now as we see that the master are back again, so that means that the repository is connected to Git or is initialized to a Git project. Let's see what's are in that project, in that repository, who is hidden. So let's go to the project cg.git. Now let's make an ls. Yeah, so we see that there is a lot of file like config, description, head, hooks, info, objects, and ref. And it is very important that we don't update or don't modify anything of those hidden files. That's why they do it first. That's why they make the Git repository hidden, so that we don't do anything that can misfunction. That can misfunction the initialize with Git and our repository Git. I think that's all for now. So now we know how to undo a project. If, for example, for some mistake we initialize a project instead of another, we learn how to undo it just by deleting that hidden Git repository right here with command rm, and to initialize the other one with the Git init. That's all. Thank you for watching. Now how about if we have for example a hundred of files that need to be committed? It's impossible to stay commit one by one. Git add, for example, file 1, then git commit file 1, then git add file 2, then commit file 2. It is impossible to do that. That's why there is another way that we can add and commit a lot of file in a single time. So let's do that. First, let's check if everything is okay with git status. Yeah, and as we see, everything is working cleanly. Now let's just add like a simple space in our readme file with like hello world. We add space and we save it. Now let's see again with git status. Yeah, we see that it detects that the file has been updated, and now we are back again to the working area. Now let's create another file, just like a readme file. So touch, let's make it readme2.md. Now we are in the working area, and we will see how to make the both readme 1 and 2 go to the staging area, and after that to the repo area in one simple command, not by doing it one by one. So let's just put some text in that readme2. we go to our code editor, we see the readme. We will let gs readme2. gs in here, it's like h1 in HTML. It's the equivalent of h1 in HTML. And let's say our second, or just let's say just hello, oh shit, readme2. Let's just say hello world again. Yeah, this is a lot of hello. Okay, so now let's see how we can add them and commit them both in simple way. And to make this two file from this working area to staging area, we have two ways. The first way is, for example, with command git add, and then we add a dot. This does mean that every single file that exists in our demo repository will be moved to staging area. So this is the first way. The second way is, now we know that we have just two files who have the same extension, so we will do .md. So now every file that has the same extension md will be moved to the staging area, but I prefer to do like the dot. So now the both file will be moved from working area to the staging area. We hit commit, enter and not commit. And now let's see the status, git status. Yeah, and now we see that they show us that two files are detected, the readme and the readme2, the one who is modified or updated, and the new one which we just created. And now let's go from the staging area to the local repository with the git commit. So we'll do git commit and our message. For example, let's say my commit with 2 MD files. Let's hit enter, and we see that the both files are committed and are now in the local repository. Now let's check with git status. And now we see that all work is fine and clean, and now we know how to add one file or multiple files from working area to staging area, and after that to the local repository which we just did. This is all for the video. Thank you for watching and see you soon. Now what if I want to know every single commit or every single git command that has been written in the git bash, or let's consult the log file. And to do that, we will put command git log, hit enter, and will show us first git of my commit. This is the message of committing 2 MD files that we write before. My commit with 2 MD files, and the first commit with single MD file, which we did in our previous video. And this in the author we found the name and the email of the same person who did this commit, and also who did the second commit. Those are the information that we put in our first configuration of Git with git config global user.name and user.email. So now what if I want to know or to learn more about the details of every commit? So let's do a clear and let's do this command line git show. It's like a git log but with more details. It's like a detailed git log. We hit enter and now we see the first we see the logs with details. So for example, our first commit, it's a hello world message, and those are the second file, the two files which we push and add, and everything, basically everything which in the red color, it's been updated, and what's in green, it's not been updated. I was just searching for the message that we write in the git commit. I just found the second one, my commit with 2 empty files, and I'm looking from the first one, which called, I think, just first. No, it will shows up. It's not important. And now to exit that git mode, we need to add. It's like the VI in Linux. If you're familiar with command in Linux, to exit we need to enter git. So we need to hit that button Q. We need to write Q so that we can exit that command or that interface of log show. So now we know the difference between git log and git shows. So basically git shows is a git log but with some other details. That's all for this video. See you next. After we become familiar with Git and his command, we will not go every time from the working area to staging area and then to the local area. We will commit directly and I would say fast than before. That's why there is a concept that has a name, express commit. And to do that, let's do one example. Let's modify in the readme 2. Let's add h2. It's with two ds. Let's just say second title. We save it. Now we see git status, and it shows us that the readme 2 has been updated or has been modified. So now how about that I want now normally I'm back again in the working area because I have updated the readme 2. So now I don't want to go to the staging area, I want to go directly to the local repo. How can I do that? So I can do that with this command git commit dash am, then we put our message second commit. Normally when we were in the staging area and we want to go to the local repo, we didn't put the a. So why the a? A is basically meaning to add then commit, and it just gives us this command line git commit dash am, then the message that we want to write to express the commit. So we hit enter, and now we are again in the local repository, but without going to the staging area then to the local repository. We are going from the working repository directly to the local repository. Let's check with the git status, and everything is okay. Work tree clean, but we have a problem, and to see this problem we need to add another file. So let's do it. Touch readme tree.mg, and we see that the file has been created just in here. Let's do like h1 first title. Let's save it. Now let's see git status, and it shows us there is a new file with the name readme. Let's update, or let's update or add something new in the readme too. Let's just say learn git. Let's save it. Let's go back to our git bash. Let's re-execute command git status, and it tells us that there is a new file and an updated one. Now in the first time we our git know just two files, the readme and the readme2, and that readme tree he's never been committed or added, so the git don't know him. And to know the file that the git track or no, we execute command git ls -files. No, sorry, ls and not la. Yeah, and it shows that readme and readme2, those are two files which git know or the git track. So now let's try and commit git comment -am. Let's say changed readme. Let's hit enter, and now it tells us the messages, everything it's okay, change to readme. It's message of commit, but let's see the git status. And in the git status we see that the readme tree, the readme file readme tree is not committed, or it's not tracked by git. So what is the solution to that, or how we can tell the git to commit also the readme file? The problem is this command line git commit -am. So basically this command is just for the file that are already been tracked, or that are already been in the staging area, and in our example readme is just created, we just create readme tree, so basically it's never went to the staging area. That's why when we say git commit am, he didn't be considered, and git didn't even went to him and take him to the local repo. So the solution of that is we need to first of all make the readme tree go to the staging area, and after that we commit. So git add, let's say that, enter, and after that we will commit git commit is just new file, and we hit enter. So now if we see the status, it tells us that everything is okay, and now the three readme are tracked, or the three readme are went to the staging area, but now are in the local repository. So basically every file we created, it's important to him to go to the staging area if we want to commit them in the future. It's important to be track. It means that it's went to the staging area. Yeah, so always remember that that express commit or the git comment-en, it's just for the file that has been tracked or that has been going to the staging area and are not available to the new file who are not tracked. So every single file that we create, it need to be tracked or it need to be gone to the staging area. And after that, now if we update the readme 1 or 2 or 3, we will use the express commit, the express command line with git comment-em, and after that the message, because all the 3 file has been gone to the staging area and they are tracked. And to know the file that they are tracked, is with command git alias-files, and now it shows us that the 3 files are tracked. This is all for this video and for Express.js. See you in the next video. Hey, and welcome again to this tutorial of mastering Git and GitHub. So in this video we will learn how to cancel some commit or to undo a commit. For example, in this file readme2, we will add for example, let's add some text who will be backed out. We will save. Now if we use our git status, it will tell us that the readme file 2 has been updated. Yeah, that's what she tells us. Now how about if I want to go back to my previous version of code. For example, if that is a lot of code, for example, and I made some update or some modification, but I want to cancel them. Especially if I close my editor and I open it again, I can do Control Z to back up. So what should I do in this case? First of all, we will add the changed file to the staging area, and in this case we have readme2, so we will do git add and readme2.md. We will put it back to the staging area, hit enter. So let's check again with git status. Yeah, it shows that our file, it's now in the staging area, and they tell us also here use git reset head to unstage. That's mean to go back to the working area. So let's use it, git reset head. And now we will use it. Now we are in the working area, but as we see, this text is always in here, always in the readme2. So how can we tell the Git to go by itself to the previous version, to delete all the new feature and the new updated that we added, and to go back to the first version? And by telling to Git to do that, it's by this command line. We will execute this command line, git check out dash dash and the name of the file that we want to tell the Git to make it go back to the first version or to the previous version, and in this case it's readme2 readme2.md. we hit enter, and as we see, this line that we added that as text will be backed out, it's automatically removed. This is all for this video, so see you in the next video. We will learn how to create the alias. Hey, and welcome to this new video when we will learn how to create the alias and to customize the output of the log message. So as we know, if we want to see the log, we will go to the command git log, and it will show us all the logs that we did. Now how about if we want to customize it? And by the way, if you want to know some other options of some command, it just with the git command, for example git help, and after it you put a name of the command, for example git help log, hit enter, and it will show you all the option of the log command, and in this video we will learn some of it. So let's start. First of all, we will see what this command will show us. Git command, one line, then dash dash graph, then dash dash decorator, or just decorate, and after that dash dash r. All those options are in the git help log, and you want to see some others. Now if we hit enter, we see that the output is different from the previous just git log. Now it's a little customized. Now there is all the message of our commits. For like example, our first commit with the message of first, second with commit with 2 MD files, then second commit, then change the readme file. Now how about if I want to re-execute and to have the same output here? That means I need to write all this command line. So this is the importance of the alias. So let's create an alias that will have the same this command, but it will be shorter than this. So let's start. Git git config dash dash global, then alias dot, and we give it a name. For example, let's give it decorate, for example, or decorator, and we write the command line between those two. So it's git log dash dash one line dash dash graph dash dash decorate dash dash all. Yeah. So now we have an alias of this command. So now if we want to re-execute this command, we will not be in need to write the whole command. We will just execute git, and after that the name of the alias, and in this case it's decorator. So alias decorator, we hit enter. It's been some mistake. I don't know why is it not working, but just try it in your machine and it will work. This is exactly the same command line and same same command we do with to create an alias. Hey and welcome to the Git tutorial. In this program we will learn how to rename or delete a file using Git. So first of all, let's create another file. Let's in this time name it example.txt. Now it will be created. Here we can see it. Let's move it to the staged area with the command git add example. We can use this example or we can use just git add then dot. Now he's in the staging area. Now we need to commit. So git commit -m add example. Hit enter. Now if we see the git status, it tells us that everything is okay. Now how about if we are in this time and we want to rename this example for example. Yeah, let's rename this example for example. We have two ways. The first way, which for maybe you would do or you would tell me to do, is to rename it manually or with command line move and then rename it. But if we do this, the file will be going back to the working area, and now we do the commit. We are in the local repository, so we are behind the working area and staging area, and we are in the local repository. But if we want to rename it with Git, it will be renamed, but without going back to the working area. We will always be in the staging area and it will be renamed. So this is the command git mv and then the name of the the file and the new name. For example, let's name it demo.txt. Let's hit enter, and as we see here, it changed their name from example to demo. Now if we use the git status, now it tells us that it's still in the staging area, but it changed the name from example.txt to demo.txt. Why we know that it is in the staging area? Because this line is in green. That means that it is in staging area. If it is in red that means it is going back to the first area, which is the working area. Now as we are in the staging area, let's commit. So git commit -m which is rename or renaming. We hit enter and everything is done. Now how about if we want to delete this file? Yeah, this demo file, we want to delete it, but without going back to the working area. We will delete it and stay in the staging area. To do that, we will use the command git rm and then the name of the file. In this case, it's demo.txt. We hit enter and we see here that the demo it's deleted. And if we want to check on the status, hit enter and he tells us that deleted demo.txt was deleted, and we are always in the staging area. Now let's commit again, git commit .m, let's say delete and deleting. Hit enter. Everything is going well. Now let's check again with git status. Yeah, it tells us that everything work clean and work right. So this is all for the video. See you in the next video.